Morning world, welcome to Monday, March the 4th. I had to think about it for a minute, didn't it? Okay, so it's all quiet down the barn. We will be doing a bit more bedding out again later on today, but we are forecast, fingers crossed, a dry week. So hopefully the burden of bedding is going to be a bit reduced for a few days. So this morning I'm on other duties. The guys are off doing tree work, but I've got 2 loads of wood chip to deliver and 2 bags of firewood to deliver. That's my job this morning, or today. Don't know if I'm going to get it all done this morning because I want to go and visit Dad in hospital about 11, and it is, I might get 1, maybe 2 loads done, and then the rest this afternoon. We'll see. Right, let's go and get the skid steer. It's dry, but it's also cold. I came out first thing to sort the lads out, and it was my own fault. I was only out there for 10 minutes. I didn't put enough clothes on. And by the time I got back in, my dog would have absolutely nothing to do with me. It's like, you've got really cold hands, go away, do not come near me. My missus said, you've got really cold hands, don't come near me, go away. So, and you know what, that was half an hour ago, and they still haven't warmed up, and now I'm back out getting them cold again, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 in there, so there should be 3 out there then. Well, we do not want the bucket for, where's the pallet forks? There's the pallet forks. So we'll drop you off there. You on there. So not as clear and beautiful a sky as it was yesterday afternoon. I actually sat outside on the veranda yesterday and did the members live feed from there. I did get cold, but the wife was happy because it meant that she could listen to her chart show with no disturbance from me, and I was quite happy because I was outside. So, right, we won't have that. That's a bag of particularly small logs, and neither of the customers want little ones, so we'll go up in here. Right, we've got 2 bags to deliver, so we'll get 2 bags out. What's that? They're not particularly big logs, but I think that'll be all right. First customer doesn't want small ones, but she doesn't want great big ones either. Oh, we didn't want to drop you, did we? Not really. Where's me loop? Where is it? Oh, there it is. One down, one to go. That's got it. Right. I think we get the 2 bags of logs delivered this morning. Go and see me dad. And then the 2 loads of wood chip can go this afternoon because they're both going to the same place. And it's one of those things that only my Land Rover will go in there. They want 8 cube. I can't get 8 cube on the Transit. Only carries 6, and that's when it's dry. Land Rover carries 4, although I will say it actually struggles with 4 at the moment because it's so wet and so heavy, but it's literally, actually that's my delivery address, is just over there. It's all down the lanes, so yeah, I could go cross country to it, but that'd make a mess, so I won't do that. All right. All right, Biscuit. Hey. You will look so much neater with a little bit of a trim. Biscuit's been spending a lot of time in the house recently, under the fire, like the, because she had so much hair. But then when she goes outside, she's been going outside for an hour and coming back absolutely plastered, black, like I've having to give her a bath. So, and I don't like bathing dogs this time of year. I think it's bad for them. So we've trimmed her off. So when she's in the house, she doesn't get so hot. When she goes outside, well, one, she doesn't stay outside for quite so long because she gets cold. And 2, I can brush her off. It doesn't stick like the proverbial to a blanket, does it? No. We've left her legs fairly fluffy, and we've left her undercarriage a bit more fluffy, but the top bit, yeah, we've had a tidy up, haven't we? Eh? Bless you. Okay, so our first load of firewood is going to Tortworth, which is very convenient because the guys are working at Tortworth, not at the same place, very local, so I can call in and see them on the way, because we've got to fell 2 ash trees out of a group of 6, and when I did the quote, I didn't mark them up, so they don't know which 2 trees to take down. So we're going to drop in there on the way, and literally I'm going to mark the 2 trees. Basically I take my penknife out, just nip a bit of bark off, and it just marks up which trees are coming out, so they know for sure the right ones, because we don't want to take out the wrong ones. So yeah, so next stop, Tortworth. Right, they've obviously making a hole in that. Let's go mark up the 2 trees. That one, and mainly because of that, marked. I want to give that lime a bit of space. So this one as well. To give him some space. So that ash out, give that line some space. So it wasn't worth you getting out. I was only gone for 2 minutes. Right, I would have stayed a bit longer, but lady needs to move her car, and she can't move her car unless Mikey moves the truck, and Mikey can't move the truck unless I move my Land Rover, so we're leaving. On to me Firewood delivery. Well, I got most of them on the sheet, just not quite all. Someone has bent my Land Rover. I'm not very happy about it. Sort that out when we get home. Well, we can't have you getting cold, can you? Even with the heaters on. Not a softy terrier. I'm just a softy owner. Right, well, I can see the problem. That pot rivet was only just on the edge of there. In fact, it wasn't even really gripping at all in there. So there's no point in me doing that again. But what I might do, I'm gonna have to find a way of pushing that in there, and I think there's a little rubbish behind it, but I don't want to draw these pot rivets out. What I might do is use one of them, either in that way, but is that going to stop it, or do I just go down through the edge there and go down through the steel, because that will hold it, won't it? What do you reckon? That way or that way? That way I hold it in, but anything catching under that lip is still going to get under there, so I'm actually thinking of going down through. I think I need to get some of that out of there as well. A piece of wood chip stuck in the hole, so I can get that out of there. That might help me push it back in a bit. Right, I need something to hold that in there for me. I reckon I'll use that. Oh wow, that's in there tight, that is. Right, we'll draw that, push that down through there, and hopefully that'll fix it. I'll go with, let's start with a smallish one. We can work our way up. That might be enough. Turns in the drill. That is actually pretty tight. I might just put a 6mm spanner on there and just give that a bit more of a torque up. But I reckon if this is catching the material on the way out and it causes it, I can just get a grinder and just take the top off that. But I think that is actually going to be a reasonable fix. Stop it getting any worse anyway, won't it? Okay, that'll do. There's still a little bit of a lip there, but I think this got bent. I mean, there's actually a bit of a lip all along. It's no worse. So that is probably going to catch stuff, and it probably will occasionally prove to be a pain in the ass, but it's so close to the edge. Well, we'll suck it and see. Like I say, if I have to, I just get the grinder on there and just take the top off the nut, off the bolt, sorry. The hex head, whatever you want to call that. But that is pulled down nice and tight on there now. I can go back in there, where it belongs. Now go back in the box. Just on the safe side before I put it all away, I'm pretty sure that will close. Oh yeah. That's okay. I didn't know if that was going to impact this, but this closes to the outside of there, not in, so it doesn't lap over the top. So yeah, we're good to go. So some of you will think I'm mean, and some of you might agree with me, but I went at the house just now to change the battery on the camera. Holly's in there, she goes, Dad, now this isn't going to cost you any money. It's literally going to take you 2 minutes of your time. So I'm going, all right, yeah, what is it then? She goes, well, in the back of my car, there's a great big box of books. And she goes, and I hurt myself a little bit carrying them out and putting them in the boot of my car. Could you bring the box of books in for me? And I go, why have you put it in a great big box? Oh, well, I just wanted to do it in one. I said, well, why don't you put it in a couple of smaller boxes and make it lighter? Oh, well, if you don't want to help, Dad. I said, well, no, I'm just saying, no, why? Just put it in smaller boxes, or just, it's books, you know, individually they weigh ounces, grams. And so and she goes, no, if you don't want to help me, Dad. I go, it's not a case of not wanting to help you. I just say, you know, you don't actually need my help. You're just being idle because you want to do it in one trip rather than 3. So is that me teaching a sensible lesson, or is that me being mean? Let's see what the general consensus is. You can put your opinion in the comment box below. Like, you're a mean old git, or it's a useful life lesson. You know, if the load's too heavy, lighten it. If you can lighten it, just lighten it. See, like I said to my girls, you're never too old to learn. And I'm sure they'll teach me a few lessons sooner or later. Probably when I'm hungry. Yeah. I say welcome back, but it's blooming horrible. It is 25 minutes to 6. I've been away for quite a while. I had quite a long visit with Dad, with my brother today at the hospital. We met the nice lady from South Gloucestershire, social services, social care, who are going to sort of help us out with going on with Dad's needs for the future. He doesn't need a lot. There's not a lot he needs, but he needs a bit. So hopefully tomorrow or next day, some of that will be in place and he can come home. That's what we're hoping. Right, I need to give you guys a bit of straw. I'm way late doing what I wanted to do, and I think I'm going to be finishing up in the dark tonight, so there's not going to be a lot more to this video because I got to crack on and I don't really have the time. You guys are all right in there, not going to worry about you. Got plenty of grub. Yeah, this is going to be just kind of end-ish of the video. I got the 2 loads of logs done this morning, but I didn't get any wood chip done because brother rang me up and said, what time are you going? And I said, well, this afternoon. He goes, well, I'm going now because I think the lady from the council's going. I said, right, I'll come now. And then we ended up staying for quite a long time because it was about an hour before she turned up anyway. Okay, am I going to get wet ass? No. Maybe moist, but not wet. So, right. I'll film what I can, but I've got to crack on. Made a mess of that, didn't I? The weatherman forecasted it wet and windy tonight, and you weren't joking. That's coming from southeast. That's north, northwest. That's where it's going. A big straw fork in it, really. Pick it up, shake it out. That was a bit of a push, but we got it done. Right. You guys can come back in here now. Mind your backs. Come on, mind your backs. Go on. In you go. Yeah. Madness shoes. This is where you run the risk of getting kicked. Not because they're nasty, but because they're a bit, you know, just a bit skippy. Anyway. So we made a hole in the straw pile, for sure, which was inevitable, was going to happen. Do I have you or should I have one of you? I might actually have one of you. No. Changed my mind. I haven't got the tractor key, and if I'm going to have one of them, I should really move the tractor first. Because if I drop a bale on it and damage it, I would look a right twat. Because I would be a right twat. So, that's me. I'm done for the night. It is 6 o'clock. So a lot of you regulars will currently be now watching 27th. I think it's the 4th of March today, and I think the public uploads are on the 27th. So yeah, catching up a little bit. That's Brutus again.
He's definitely got it on at the moment.
See you tomorrow.